What's up, Gunner buddies? How's everybody doing today? I'm your best bud, Shawn Gunderson, and today we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're going to go inside the DAW to show you some of the things that I did based upon what I learned over the last month while working on For Always to change how I mix and how I master and how we're going to improve upon the songs moving forward. However, I was also way too excited about next month's song, so just as a little sneak peek, we're going to work on that song instead and let you guys hear a little bit of that. Yeah, that's about it. Let's get into the DAW. Okay, so for the last couple of videos, I did notice a couple things, so I took it upon myself to learn a few things because I'm getting excited about the next one, and I wanted to learn how to record, improve my recording. Now on that original track, I had done separate drums, but on this one, I had put everything on a single track. And it's really hard to kind of put your effects on everything, your boost and compressions and whatnot, on your individual drums, like your kick drum and your snare drum, if you want to make it pop more. Put some shine to your cymbals, and it's hard to do that with everything on the same track. So I did take the time to pull out every single track and put them on their own individual tracks. Minus the toms and the cymbals. I put all the toms on one track and the cymbals on their own track. But I also got 3 different takes of the snare track and the kick track on its own. So the next thing I'll do is actually run all of these back into a single bus. I haven't done that yet, but I'll do that. So I can then shape the sound and tone of the drums as an overall things. And I may even keep this original track as like an overhead. We'll see how it all sounds together. The other thing I learned was a few tricks with volume automation. Now, I didn't know how to work with volume automation. Like right here, I do introduce the song on a volume swell. I have everything build up and whatnot, and that sort of thing I already knew, but the sort of stuff I didn't know was like in vocal automation. Let's see if we come down here to the main vocal. And let's see here, zoom in on this a little bit. Now in vocal automation, you can not only bring up, low parts, turn down high parts, but I never even considered that you can go through and do automation on individual words. So like what I did here, I wanted these first 2 words to come in with a pop, and they were a lot lower than the average of the vocals, so I brought those 2 up by a little bit. I did this fun little thing at the end of this phrase, so I gave it a little boost there. And then I brought up entire phrases, brought down a few harsh highs, and just gave it an overall balance in the mix so that the vocal kind of stays fairly consistent. I really like the way that came out. And so the next thing I'll do is actually go through the chorus and basically do the same thing. I haven't done that yet, but I will go through and do all the same thing there. And if you notice, the chorus is a lot more dynamic in its highs and lows. Step out this way, we got a booth in the back to fill. Much on the menu, Now, one of the other nice things that I learned about was subtractive EQ. Now, if I turn off all of these and bring this guy up, you can see right here, all I've done is do some cuts. And here I swooped out all of the low end and then notched out individual frequencies that had varying harshness to the signal, ringing overtones and just things that weren't pleasing things that weren't pleasing to the ear. And if I bypass this and play this, you can hear the difference between the two ever so subtly. It just kind of cleans out a bit of the mud and makes the track stand brighter in the mix. And if I shut this off and start adding in these other effects, you can see a bit of compressor to make everything come up just a little bit more. Then I add some distortion, just a tiny bit to give it a bit of growl. And then this delay, oh my god, I fell in love with this really quick. I learned this as a trick too. And if I bring this up, I can show you. So with this, I added a stereo delay and varied the delay frequencies left and right to make sure you could hear each individual signal. Did a bit of low pass filter. I gave it no feedback, so it gives it a slapback style of reverb where it only repeats once. Varied the depth modulation a bit, and if I take this back off, hit play here, you can hear what a difference that makes to really make the vocal kind of stand out and give it a 3D effect. Step out this way, we got a booth in the back to fill. Alright, so I'm going to shut that down and go back to playing this and just adding this last bit. This is the EQ I use to brighten with the warm sounds. If I bring this up, let's see, I'll turn this on. So if I take this out of bypass, you can see what I did here was brought up a little bit of the mid range where I cut everything else out, and then I found this nice little warm sweet spot here and brought that up just a bit and didn't bring up anything else into that frequency range. And then right here, I just brought up a bit of the brightness while cutting some of the top end air. And then this last thing here is just a run to a run reverb subchannel. Is it just a run to a room reverb that I have down here on its own channel, and I have on its own channel where I have all the other instruments running too. And if I turn that on too, we can listen to the whole mix. Bam, there you have it. And that's just a few of the things that I learned over the last month while working on For Always. Like I said, I just got too excited about this song. I decided to put everything into this one and give you guys a little bit of a free sample along the way. And I'll be putting this up in about a week. But just for today, how about a first verse and chorus? And let you all hear what the first verse and chorus sound like. Breaking the silence, I can't take anymore. Turning sideways while you're leaving out the back door. You can take your sweet sorrows, don't go wasting your breath. You're gonna need it when you're choking on the lies you feed yourself. Don't wanna know more, you keep it to yourself. I'm not buying what you're trying to sell. Step out this way, we got a booth in the back to fill. So much on the menu, dollar price and free refills. See anything you like, try and find a satisfaction guaranteed all night out at the Rumor Mill. Alright, enough of that. That's all you get. But if you couldn't tell, I call that one Rumor Mill. Super excited about it. And like I said, I might not have said, did I say in the beginning? I don't remember. But I should have that one up in about a week. So stay tuned. Keep watching. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Blah, 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 blah. And we'll see you all next time. That was terrible. Going again. Take 2.